Hi guys, thank you for tuning in with me, your girl Zesty and the Zesty Pooh crew. So today I am making some Filipino fried rice. And for starters, I'm starting off with some garlic. I have probably about 4 cloves of garlic here. One I just broke in half. So I'm going to chop this down. And then we'll get to the rest of the ingredients in a second. So you just want to give it chop. And then you want to mince it down until you get it, because you don't want chunks of garlic in your fried rice. You just want it to be flavored well. You want to get it chunked down. Next, I'm going to chop up half of a white onion. I just happen to like white onion with my fried rice. Feel free to use yellow onion, white onion. I wouldn't use red onion, just because I've never used it. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. I've never seen red onion used in fried rice, but hey, it's your prerogative. Do what you want to do. So you just want to take this onion and you just want to chop it up. And with the onion, it doesn't have to be minced. You just want to break it down in pieces, because it's going to be sauteed and it's going to get soft anyway. So next, I'm going to chop up some bacon. My aunt uses bacon in hers, and I think most Filipinos, they use bacon in their fried rice. So main thing is, and this is actually a flavored bacon, so it's a little darker. I think this is maple bacon. I'm down with the flavors. So I have about 3 or 4 pieces here. I have about 3 cups of rice altogether. So this might be a bit much, but I didn't want to just leave 1 piece of bacon left. So I'm just going to throw it in there too. But if you are cooking less, then of course you can always use less. And I do like to add the fat of the bacon in there, just because it gives it the oil that I need to make this rice flavorful. Put the bacon to the side. Lastly, for the meat, I found some spicy mango sausages. I usually use the pineapple bacon sausage, but today I'm going to use these because I couldn't find my sausage. And I'm only going to use, I'm going to say two of these. I think I might have said it wrong. It's spicy mango with jalapeno. So it still has like a little kick, and it's going to give it the flavor that I'm looking for. So basically you want to just chunk these bad boys down. Make about 4 strips with each sausage. And then you just slice it in your strips. And then you want to cut it in your chunks. Just like so. You don't want really big chunks. You want them to be kind of medium, because they're going to shrink down when you cook them anyway. Alright, so now we're going to cook our eggs. I'm just going to add about a teaspoon or so of oil. I'm going to let it heat up, and I'm going to cook my eggs first. Alright, so I have 2 cracked eggs. And I'm just going to cook these, scramble them. Alright. This avoids the rice being sticky or clumping together whenever you actually make the rice. It's good to just get in the practice of making the egg first. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe my wok down just a tad bit. I'm not going to wash it out because that's not necessary. I'm just going to wipe it down a little bit. Get all the dry egg out of there so it doesn't burn. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a tad bit more oil, and I'm going to begin to cook my meat. just a little bit, because the meat is going to produce its own oil. So you don't want it overly oily. So this is my bacon and my sausage, and you can cook them together. And you want to make sure you cook the bacon until it's actually done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add that garlic that we chopped up earlier. And then I'm going to add the white onion. So I like to get my onion fairly soft before I put my rice in. Because once you put the rice in, it's pretty much done. So you want to make sure you cook it down some. And it's enough oil in there. But if you find yourself getting low on oil, because I know that the vegetables sometimes can suck up the meat, then that's when you want to. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I'm going to add 1/3 cup of shredded carrots as well, because I don't like peas. And feel free to add the frozen peas if you want. I just don't like them. I'd rather just have the carrots. And I like shredded carrots. Make sure you put the carrots in with the meat and the vegetables so they can cook down as well. You don't want a crunchy carrot. Yeah, baby. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the rice. You want to make sure you scoop it all in there, get it all incorporated. And this is where I'm going to start adding in some of my ingredients. I have fish sauce, which I got from the Korean store. I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of it. Fish sauce stinks, but it tastes so good. I don't know why it smells that way when you first put it on. I'm also going to add some oyster sauce, about 2 tablespoons of it. I know you guys are probably like, what is she doing? But trust me, it's a method to the madness. I'm also going to add about 2 tablespoons of teriyaki sauce. This is what my aunt encouraged me to use. And I bought Sweet Baby Ray's honey teriyaki, because I couldn't find just regular teriyaki. So I made this. And make sure you measure this part out and just add as you go. And then I'm going to also add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of sesame oil. And y'all, this is Flavor Town, USA. This is flavor on top of flavor on top of flavor. Like the flavor party just don't stop. And it's good too. I had to play with it a couple times until I got it to the consistency that I wanted. So now I'm going to add in a little onion powder and a little garlic powder. Not much, just a little, to add to the flavor. I'm also going to add back in my eggs that are already scrambled. And what I always do is I get in the habit of scraping underneath the rice. So that way if anything is sticking, it can hit it in the dough. Hit it in the dough. So there you have it. Filipino fried rice, guys. Best in the land. Zesty Pooh's crew. What you gonna do with Zesty Pooh crew? Yeah. So last but not least, I'm gonna add in some washed green onions right in the mix. This part I'm gonna just start with my kitchen shears, and I'm just gonna start at the bulb, and I'm just gonna work my way up. And I like green onion, so I tend to put a little more green onion in it. And then that's it. This your fried rice. This is it. What you gonna do when it comes for you? Alright. I'm probably gonna put some more green onion in there. I am. Just because the green onion sets it off. We're done. We are done. Alright, Zesty Pooh crew. I love you guys. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I wanted to give you a close-up so that way you can really, really see all those flavors. I love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful evening out there in the Digisphere. And I'll leave this with you. It says, life is too short to be unhappy. You have to take the good with the bad. Smile when you should. Love what you got and always remember what you had. Always forgive but never forget. Learn from your mistakes but never regret. People change and things go wrong, but always remember life goes on. You guys have a wonderful evening.